Hello there, YouTubers, and welcome to another DrCassette video. I just returned from the dump today, and I brought home a bunch of C64, Commodore 64 equipment. Now, don't be shocked, this is not all I found, this is all that I own. And minus the Commodore monitor that's sitting over in the other room, using that as a television monitor. Anyway, I just thought I would bring everything into this room here, into this terrible, nasty room, so that we could have a closer look. So, let's start. Okay, here we have the 3 C64s that I currently own, and I'm probably going to shrink that collection down to one. Just found these two today, and the one right there is the one that I've had right from the start. You can clearly see because it has that funny reset button that somebody added at some point. This one, of course, works. This one, I haven't tested these two yet, so I just brought them home, but this one may work. This one is probably broken because it was all taken apart and I just sticked it back together for this video. I'm gonna have a look and see what's going on with that. This is the power brick for C64, and this unfortunately is the only one I own. And no, actually I don't even own it. I lent it from a friend of mine because he has two. But yeah, it seems whenever I find a C64 I never find the power adapter for it, so yeah, that's kind of a problem. Here we have, this was gotten at a flea market, the HAMPT Electronic Einstein. This is a dataset recorder, and it obviously is not the original thing. It's not working very well, so never use it, but I do have a dataset drive. Here we have a Competition Pro joystick. This is looking like more of a cheap generic joystick, but it does work. Found that at the dump. Over here we have two Commodore 1541 floppy disk drives. The one on the bottom was the one that I found along with the first C64, and the one on top I found today. And I also found this, we're going to take a closer look at that later on. I also found these floppy disk drives in this enclosure. And very annoying, inside of that enclosure are 3 of those demo floppy disks that came with these drives. So, well, maybe it would have been possible to find another 2 of these drives today at the dump. So yeah. Anyway, just found one. Required a lot of force to pull it out because it was buried under a bunch of televisions and a laser printer. And that was an industrial laser printer, I can tell you that much. Whew, my arms are still hurting. But anyway, you can clearly tell that this thing has not been used in quite a while, because if I just take away the cables, you can see the whole drive is terribly yellowed, except you can see there was a floppy disk lying on top of the thing for years, I guess. That's looking kind of funny. And whenever I'm setting up these two things in the future, I'm going to put this one to the bottom, because the lower one is in much better condition and it's not that yellowed, so it looks a lot better. But anyway, there are a bunch of cables. I built myself an audio-video cable so that I can hook it up to any monitor I want, and I don't have to use the stupid antenna RF modulator of the C64. I do have a cable for that as well, but that's once again just something a friend of mine lent to me. And then I do have one serial cable to hook floppy up to the computer. Now, I know I do have another one somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. And this one, this one actually didn't came as a serial cable for a C64. This is the old DIN AV cable, the audio video DIN connector. So in case you're looking for one of these serial cables and you can't find one, you may want to search for DIN AV cable. Oop, yeah, have a chair standing there, falling over it. Anyway, here we have, this once again is not original, but kind of a nice thing that I made there. A friend of mine printed the whole entire C64 manual for me. He did that at work, so that came for free. So I do have that. And then we have, of course, the floppy disk drive enclosure. And I do have down there, this is the cover that somebody built for this C64. I don't know, it seems like it got wet because it's all wavy and weird. But anyway, still have that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the floppy disk drive, at the floppy disks. So you can see I even got the original keys for this thing. So I want to make this quick. Just want to go through these floppy disks quickly. We have Word 5.0 right there, and two-dimensional Multitronic, whatever that is. More Multitronic. More Multitronic. I don't know, that may be the brand name for the floppy disks and not the actual program name. Do seem to have a bunch of those, and they do seem to be blank. There's nothing written on those. Memorex Magic Power. I have a bunch of those. Some generic ones, I guess. What's that? Huh. Schematic circuit diagram of power supply SP605. Whatever that is. Anyway, these seem to be floppy disks that came with an actual C64 magazine for people that, for C64 users. A magazine. You can see this was their November 1988 magazine, and do have September, no, is that September? October, that is. Then we have September, August 88, July 88, June 88, and then we have November 1987, and okay, even more, and more Magic Power. Here we have, this seems to be, these were homemade. Seems like there are some games on there. More games, including, this is interesting. Now there is a real name on there, but I guess that won't be too useful for anybody. It's not my name, by the way. I have Donald Duck, Miami Vice, Samantha Fox, and Drop Zone. Kind of interesting. Seems like this was all done for school, because that 5A could be the name of a class. We have games. Let's see. Oh, there are two in one sleeve, I guess. Nashua, Professional Magnetic Media. Nashua definitely sounds professional. Not. More Nashua, more games, no test drive, I don't know. Oh, it is a game, it is a game. Don't know what that's supposed to be. 15. Ping pong. Britain strip poker. Oh my goodness, what's on there? No on there apparently. I think there are some labels for floppy disks. And here we have a demo floppy disk for a 1541. And there is the second one, and there is the, I'm not sure, it could be actually a blank floppy disk that was just sold by Commodore, but yeah, I guess that's what it is. So there are two demo disks, meaning that I missed one of these floppy disk drives. But anyway, we have some more labels. BASF floppy disks. I guess that's all. More games. Yeah, Tetris. Haha, of course. Friday 13th. Garfield. I guess a lot more games there. Some 2-in-1 sleeve. Games. Oh, it also says school on there. Maybe there is some homework on there. It would be interesting. More Donald Duck. And that's it. 5 minutes to go through this box. I guess by now you're all bored, so that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this video and see you again soon.